What's good, YouTube, man? It's your boy dMillionaire. Look, we back with another video, and as y'all can tell from the title, man, he hit a buzzer beater and saved thousands of lives by JxmyHighroller, the one and only. And look, y'all, it's been a little minute since I watched one of his videos. I know it's a banger. Let's get into this. See what we got.
A game-saving play. There's nothing else like it in basketball. A block.
Boy, what? Give me that. Boy, I ain't gonna cap. I can't say before I do this video, I didn't watch much of that finals, that Suns and Bucks finals in 2021. But I can't say though, that's Giannis. Giannis put himself in a bracket where I just have no other play. Like, there's no players in the bracket. Like, there's only a couple of players in the bracket I got Giannis, and that's really why I really got mad respect for him off of that playoff, that whole playoff series. But let's continue. Good defense. Look at Larry Bird. Larry Bird, another person that was so cold to me too. Is this the dagger? I remember that shot.
Have you ever seen a life-saving play? This is McCall Riley, senior forward for the University of Alabama in the late 2000s. Okay. And he's playing in the SEC tournament. It's the biggest game of his life up to this point. Game on the line, down 3 with 2 seconds left on the clock. And he's about to hit a shot that not only nearly saved this game for his team, but quite possibly saved the lives of thousands of people.
What do you mean? What does he mean by this?
We're hearing some rumbling behind us. The building is rocking a bit. Situations like this, Dome Stadium is the best possible place that you could be. I hope you're right.
What the fuck? I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy, you got my attention with this one, bro, because I did not have no clue what this is about.
Bonus and advantage new cut placing book. It's March 14th, 2008. It's day 2 of the SEC basketball tournament, and Mississippi State is up on Alabama by 3 points, 59-56. There's 2 seconds left on the clock. Alabama's got to make something happen. With their season 3 points away from being over, Alabama draws up a play for this guy right here, our friend McCall Riley. Now, McCall was a great player, second leading scorer on this Alabama squad. But on this particular night, he was hot and cold the entire game. He got off to a slow start, but piled up 13 points in the final 12 minutes of the first half, followed up by a handful of misses and 0 points in the entire second half, at least up to this point. This was McCall's last chance at this.
So he was scoreless in the second half, brick after brick after brick, and they drew up the game-winning play for him. It's a lot of respect. And he's the second leading scorer, so they didn't draw the play up for the first leading scorer. They drew the play up for Riley, the man who was cold. The second, that's a lot of respect. That's a lot of love.
On the brink of
that's crazy. And he went and hit that shit.
And he answered.
He went on me. He went and called. He went and answered that bit. I fought with that, Riley.
With their season on the line, McCall Riley rattles in a 3-point buzzer beater to send the game into overtime. The fans explode. Mississippi State is stunned. This game's going into overtime. But right as overtime tipped off, fans at home noticed that their TVs were becoming distorted. The broadcast signal of the game degrading and getting worse. In that moment, they had no idea what was going on. But while something special was unfolding on the court, devastation was about to unfold just outside of it. As overtime gets underway, there's an emergency report that a massive storm was building up just west of the Georgia Dome where the game was being played. Within a few minutes, the storm had developed into an EF2 tornado with winds of up to 130 miles per hour. At first, fans and players within the arena were unaware of what was going on outside. But very quickly, the situation became apparent to everyone.
Mississippi State basket. G is fouled by Stewart. That's a block. We're hearing some rumbling behind us.
Oh shit, they was in a hurricane. A tornado.
The building is rocking a bit.
What the fuck?
The storm becoming so strong that it shook the arena and ripped through panels on the roof. Fans in attendance that night said it sounded like a freight train was ripping through the roof of the arena. Ben Hansborough, Mississippi State guard,
Oh, hell nah.
former Tar Heel and NBA player Tyler Hansborough said he thought he was hearing a tornado or a terrorist attack, which is quite an odd combination of guesses, but the man didn't know what was going on, cut him some slack.
A tornado or a
Officials had
terrorist
to
attack.
stop the
But you
game.
got to think about it though. This is 2008, bro. I mean, this is only 7 years after 9/11, bro. So, I mean, realistically, bro, you can't sit here and in front of him for saying the terrorist attack, bro. That's only shit. That is less than 10 years, you feel me, after 9/11. He probably was, you feel me, in. So I don't know who knows what the fuck he was doing during 9/11. So hey, bro, you never know, bro.
As the tornado ripped past the arena and the surrounding downtown area, fans
bro.
quickly began to head for the doors, but the arena staff told them they needed to stay inside.
Yeah, I'm about to
because
say
outside,
leaving.
It was far too dangerous.
Yeah, I'm about to
even
say
try to get out
leaving
of
the
building.
arena. Leaving
And
the
within a
arena is
few
the worst
minutes,
thing you could
the
do.
tornado had passed through, causing more damage than the staff and engineers on site had initially thought. It wasn't until later that weather services were able to track the path of the tornado and its destruction, where they came to the bleak realization that this tornado came within just 100 yards of the arena, wiping out everything in its path downtown and causing a half-acre.
Oh my God, bro. What would have happened if that tornado would have went through the dome? Oh, hell nah, bro. What? Bro, you trying to tell me that they was playing in the SEC tournament and a tornado was 100 yards away from the stadium they was playing in? So you trying to tell me if that shit went a little bit to the left or whichever way, they would have been done. The tornado would have just cleaned through the dome. Boom, all of them dead. Down. Oh, nah. Oh, nah, that's crazy. Nah, that's crazy.
$1 billion in damage. The worst realization came a couple days after, when a body was found amongst the debris of the tornado, proving that this was a fatal event. But it could have been far more catastrophic. If McCall Riley did not hit his game-tying shot to send the game into overtime, nearly 20
people would have left. They all would have died. Yo, that's crazy. Nah, I ain't gonna cap, bro. This might be one of the best videos he ever dropped because on God, it's not clickbait. This shot did save thousands of lives because if the game didn't go to OT, all of the fans would have left the arena and they all would have died because the tornado would have just. Oh, that's crazy. Because they didn't know that the tornado was forming neither until like into OT. So they all would have been going on the road in traffic. Everybody's caught in traffic because obviously, they in the stadium, right? Down to in Atlanta. What the fuck? That's the worst place in the world for traffic. They all in traffic. A tornado is forming. All of them is in traffic. They can't do nothing. Oh my God, bro. That would have been. Oh shit. Nah, that'd have been crazy.
Into the path, and at the exact moment the tornado hit, thousands of people would have been in danger. The downtown area that was wrecked by the tornado would have been filled with people. What could have unfolded in the following moments would have been devastating. But thanks to a buzzer beater, these fans stayed in their seats, safe and away from the storm. The game went into overtime, and the streets were essentially empty. An unbelievable sequence of events that undoubtedly saved the lives of countless fans in attendance that night. About an hour after the tornado had passed, the game resumed.
Bro, no bullshit. I got goosebumps off of that shit, bro. No bullshit. That's crazy. I wonder if Bama ended up winning the game. Did Bama win the game?
Eerily similar situation as they were at the end of regulation, Alabama went back to McCall for one last shot. This time to win it all. And this time, he missed it. The kid was devastated.
Damn, man, that would have been a beautiful storybook ending that he would have hit the shot to win them the game. That'd have been cold as hell. But dog, I'm just so caught up in the fact, like, bro, I seen somebody in the comments say that was one of the best video titles ever. Yeah, bro, it's a fact.
Close to leading his team to a playoff win and coming up short. McCall may not have hit the
one thing I do fuck with though, somebody said that Jimmy don't upload very often. He upload once every 3-4 weeks, like once a month for real. Every day, always bangers.
Life-saving shot. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the butterfly effect. when one seemingly insignificant occurrence has rippling effects, leading to some consequential event, sometimes long after the initial event. And this is just one of many butterfly effects within the world of basketball that you have to see to believe.
Oh, so that's gonna be the premise of this video. The video ain't even just that. Okay, so he also has multiple stories. Okay, I like this, Jimmy.
Has grown to become a hotspot for basketball.
Yeah, Serbia, I ain't gonna lie, Serbia, bro. The Serbian national team with Jokic in them, bro, they was cold. Hey, the French team too. I got mad respect for Yabusele, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I seen he's on fuck, what team is he on? Is he on Philly? I seen some roster. Somebody in the NBA has Yabusele though. I do fuck with that, bro. I loved watching him during the Olympics, bro. He's a dog.
Relatively small population. Their influence over the basketball world has been a remarkable feat over the last few decades. And among the countless young Serbian hopefuls looking to make a name for themselves in hoops, it would eventually be Darko Milicic, a player who didn't leave much of an impact on the court, who would inadvertently alter the story of basketball forever. Not by himself, but through a young kid who had no plans of even playing the sport. Back in 2006, Darko Milicic was beginning his 4th season in the NBA, and by this point, he had already been labeled as a huge draft bust. He had fallen out of the rotation in Detroit.
Damn, that nigga was pushing dunks.
Generational prospect.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though, bro. They say he was a generational prospect. This nigga came to the league getting hung by dunks. I ain't gonna cap though, bro. I ain't gonna lie. We call Ben Simmons a bust. Ben Simmons ain't never did some shit like that. This nigga is bricking dunks and he's, I don't know how tall he is, but come on, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Nah, he might have been some shit.
And, well, it didn't help that the multiple future Hall of Famers chosen after him in the draft were blossoming well ahead of schedule. On the court, he wasn't really able
that boy
to
Melo was killing, D-Wade was killing.
But off the court, Darko had the opportunity to offer a fellow Serbian everything. That same year, Jay Smith, assistant coach of the University of Detroit Mercy, was looking for players to fill his roster. One of the players he had his sights on was a 6'6" forward out of Serbia named Nemanja. Smith offered the kid a scholarship, but moving across the world to play basketball in the US was a massive leap for the young prospect. He could take the scholarship and make the move, or he could stay in Europe and take a shot at a career in professional basketball. Uncertain about what decision he should make, Nemanja got in touch with a friend and fellow Serbian-born player who had already made a similar transition from his home country to play basketball in the States, Darko Milicic. Now, Milicic not only assured Nemanja that he should take the opportunity, he also took him into his home and gave him time to acclimate to American life without being on his own. And over the course of that season—
That's love. I ain't gonna lie, that's love. That's actually dope as fuck. He reached out to him on some like, we brothers by, you know what I'm saying, we in the same country, we from the same country. He said, you know what, I'm gonna take that a step further and I'm gonna give you the keys, you feel me, stay with me at the crib and get accustomed to American, because I ain't gonna lie, that's one thing I want to do. That's one thing I really want to do for me personally, bro. I want to live in another country, bro, for like an extended period of time and really experience life in a whole different, it's like, I mean, for what it's worth, I feel like living in another country is like living in a whole nother world and some shit. Well, it's not, but it is at the same time. Like, I feel like the way that we do things in America is not like, I feel like I'm just going, it's not going to be a culture shock, bro, but like, it's just going to be on some just like, it is going to be a culture shock. But I just want to see how people in other places acclimate, because I hear a lot about people coming from foreign countries, like, and coming to America, and I deal with a lot of people like that. But I've just never, I want to kind of be that person in a foreign country, not knowing what the fuck I got going on. Obviously, I'm always going to know what's going on, but you know what I mean. I feel like that's a good experience, a dope experience I definitely want to do. So, hey, when I do end up doing that, I will be vlogging that. That would be dope. You know what I'm saying? Living in the country and shit by myself. That would be dope.
Their friendship grew.
That's what I mean, bro. That's why
I throw parties at Darko's house and even had access to the resources Darko had gained in his time in the NBA. Darko had created an entry point to American basketball for Nemanja that otherwise wouldn't have existed. Unbeknownst to him, nearly a decade later, his generosity would aid another young Serbian prospect with his journey to the US. After finishing his college career, Nemanja played one season in the Premier Basketball League in the US before moving back home to play professionally in Serbia, where he played his last season in 2012. A relatively unremarkable career to most fans, but one that sparked inspiration in his younger brother, Nikola. Growing up, Nikola Jokic was always interested.
I knew he was gonna somehow, some way get to Jokic. I kind of figured that because the greatest Serbian basketball player of all time is Nikola Jokic. I don't know too many Serbian basketball players, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and say none of them have 3 MVPs in a championship. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Jokic is the greatest Serbian basketball player of all time. So I kind of figured at some point it was gonna somehow get to him. But then that's crazy. He had a Nuggets little jacket on before he even was a Nugget. That's kind of crazy.
Interested in basketball, but it was never really his calling.
I could tell. I could tell.
Horse racing
bro,
his
I could tell Jokic don't fucking care about basketball. The nigga just nice. Like that's what you know what. That's what I hate so much about Jokic game, but I love at the same time. Now that I'm really starting to watch him and actually start to grow and get an appreciation for it, he really just. I don't think he really cared about basketball at all. I think he just picked up a basketball, played against other people, realized that y'all can't really fuck with me, bro, and just kept doing that, bro, and honed his skills. Obviously, he's a talented player. He know how to play the game. But like at the root of it all, bro, I just think he's just really, really good at basketball, bro, and just not trying. No, he's just naturally good at. He's one of them naturally really just good at basketball type of people, bro. Like he got a high IQ, which is why he passes the ball better than any big that's ever walked the, you feel me, a basketball court. So I mean, you know, I don't know, bro. Jokic, I fuck with Jokic, bro. He's in that Giannis category, bro.
Racing was always a priority over basketball. Until he witnessed his brother's journey, his transition to the U.S., the connections he made, and the level he had reached in the sport, that for the first time,
Jokic is a killer, though. For somebody that, to me, don't care too much about basketball.
For a young Nikola Jokic. And so at 14 years old, Nikola made the decision to forego any aspirations of becoming a horse racer and put all of his efforts into basketball. Now 15 years, 3 MVPs, and an NBA championship later, turns out that was probably the right decision. If it wasn't for Darko opening his doors for an old friend from Serbia, Nikola's brother may have opted out of college in the States. He may have stayed home and pursued other interests, as his only real tangible avenue post-high school was at
I like
Detroit
this
Mercy.
though. He turned this. He got our attention. I ain't gonna lie, I kind of see. I don't know. When I be watching videos, I be seeing through it. I be seeing like the edits and the transitions. I be seeing shit because I mean I don't know. I'm looking at it like I'm a content creator. And what I noticed that he did is that he started the video for like a hook. Hooked us in. He hit a buzzer beater and saved thousands of lives. And I mean, that's very true. He put that in the beginning of the video, caught us. Now it's kind of like, you know what? I want to see more about this butterfly effect in sports. I'm going to keep watching this video. I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy. I see what you did here, bro. You cooked, bro. You definitely cooked, bro.
America. His collegiate and pro career.
He turned this into like one thing into like a whole like the hook of the video is butterfly effect within sports. Like if I was to write an essay on this video, that's what it'd be. It'd be the butterfly effect within sports. And these would be the 3 points. Jokic story, the Alabama joint, and then probably the last part of the video, the conclusion.
To the Jokic family, long after he helped Nemanja nearly 2 decades ago. After 10 years
really write
in
an
the
essay on
NBA,
this
Darko Milicic retired a champion with 10 solid seasons to his name. He never shook the label as being the guy that shouldn't have been drafted 2nd overall in one of the greatest draft classes ever. And although he never gave fans quite what they were expecting coming into the league,
I mean,
he gave us something a whole lot better.
He didn't give us what he didn't do what he was supposed to do in the league, but I mean, he did what he was supposed to do for the game of basketball. He was part of the international game growing, bro. The Serbian basketball pipeline started with Milicic. So I mean, in all honesty, he did his job. His contribution to the game will never be forgotten because he gave us Jokic, 3-time MVP, 1-time champion, arguably one of the greatest centers to ever touch it. Shit, Jokic, be ready for them conversations, bro. Jokic is damn near in that top 5 convo, bro. Off of, I mean, accolades wise, I don't see why he can't be. So I ain't gonna lie.
One of the greatest players to ever touch a basketball.
I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, y'all gotta start realizing, bro, it's never too early to crown somebody, bro. If they accolades speak for themselves and if they doing what they need to do, bro, you can put them in that conversation, bro. Jokic is one of the greatest bigs ever, bro. Yes. Top 5. Now, I ain't gonna say, let me take that back. Definitely not top. I ain't gonna say definitely not top 5, but top 5. I gotta think about that one. But he's one of the best bigs of all time, though. Like I could definitely top 10. He's for shit show top 10 all time. There's not 10 centers in the league history better than Jokic. And you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's never too early to crown. If the accolades speak for themselves, then yes, bro, you can crown them, bro. Like Mahomes is top 5 quarterbacks to ever touch a fucking football, bro. Yes, I said it, bro. He got 3 championships, bro. Like, or 2 championships and 3 MVPs. Yes, bro. Like, come on, bro. Oh, my fault. I think he got 3 championships. Tripping. Got 2 in a row.
Is lucky here. Now watch what happens and watch him go at Ainge right there. He goes right back at him. You see Scotty Brooks is happy. And right here, look at him go up.
This is Mario Elie, former guard for the Houston Rockets, and he's on path to winning his first NBA championship. This
3-2,
is Danny Ainge, and he's not happy about it.
Wait, what's this one right here? Let me see what the hook with this. I didn't read this one. That was not one of my better moments, but I was mad. What you mean?
Elie is lucky here. Now watch what happens and watch him go at Ainge right there. He goes right back at him. You see Scotty Brooks is happy. And right here, look at him go up.
This is Mario Elie, former guard for the Houston Rockets, and he's on path to winning his first NBA championship. This is Danny Ainge, and he's not happy about it. But this second-round matchup between the Rockets and the Suns in the 1994 playoffs was heated right from the jump. Coming off a finals appearance in the previous season, the Suns were being pushed to the brink by a tough, up-and-coming Rockets team. The Suns took the first 2 games of the series, but in Game 3, Houston completely blitzed them in a 16-point blowout. But in the midst of these games, a smaller battle was taking place between Mario Elie and Danny Ainge. Tensions were building as the play got more and more physical, neither of them willing to budge.
I know obviously they ended up losing because Barkley never got one. I know Barkley obviously never won.
This was Mario's 3rd bucket of the entire game, and yet that didn't stop him from letting Ainge hear every single detail about it. But with the Rockets up double digits and time
you got to
winding down,
finals.
this
Fuck
game
it,
was
talk your
far
shit.
too out of reach for Ainge and the Suns to change the outcome. So instead, a few plays later, Ainge does something that would change the course of NBA history.
Oh, don't tell me when it hurt his ass.
Down to a whimper for Phoenix. Olajuwon putting the cherry on the Sunday. 118.
Oh! 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 Oh, you threw the ball in his head. You wildin'. Oh, he's wildin'. Oh, Danny Ainge. You that mad? Is you mad? Is you mad, Danny Ainge? You that mad? You gonna throw the ball in his head? That boy King said, hey. That boy Danny Ainge said, you know what, bitch? That boy said, bitch. Oh yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, Ainge. Fuck it. Y'all want the chip? I ain't gonna lie. Let's get mixy. You feel me? I ain't gonna lie, Ainge. I've been waiting on if I'm bro, Ainge. I've been waiting on game for this. You feel me? Like I ain't gonna lie. At this point, you might as well just get it on with him, bro. Y'all already won the championship. Fuck it. Get it on. You might as well just get it on at this point. Fuck it.
I wonder if he did.
Mario Elie, get it on. Why not?
Bit of an overreaction. In a moment of frustration, Danny Ainge decides, if I can't beat him, I'll just hurt him. The man zips a fastball right at Mario, hitting him directly in the face.
Oh my
He
God,
then
he hit him
proceeds
right
to
in
play
the-
it off like it was an accident. Ainge took the low road and beamed the guy when his guard was down. And this one decision changed the direction of this entire series. If the win in Game 3 didn't give the Rockets enough motivation,
Oh wait,
seeing
hold on. The series wasn't over. Wait, hold on. Wait, there was up what 2-0? No. Phoenix was up 2-0. The Rockets. Wait, hold on. No, wasn't Phoenix up 2-0 and then the Rockets just won Game 3? So it's 2-1 Phoenix. Why is he so tight? The series ain't over. Or my trip? Did I miss something? Why is he tripping like that?
their teammate get sniped by a notoriously
Because now
was enough
Houston
get
about
them
to
going.
bust y'all ass.
Little did Ainge know, this decision would have much greater ramifications. Because watching all of this take place was this guy, Robert Horry, aka Big Shot Bob, aka the man with more rings than Michael Jordan. And Horry was appalled by Ainge's actions. So much so that from this day forward, Horry despised Ainge and his dirty tactics. Years later, Horry even went as far as saying he hates Danny Ainge, and he wasn't afraid to let everyone know it. Fortunately for him, the next season, Danny Ainge retired from the NBA, where he could no longer bother Ori or anyone else.
Ah, he got him out of there. That boy was scared.
Suns hired him to be the assistant coach the very next season in 1996.
Oh, so
but the
he's
changes
already,
within the Suns
I already know they about
organization
to
that
go.
year did not end with the coaching staff. They were also looking to part ways with their superstar, Charles Barkley. So on August 19th, 1996, just 3 months after Ainge's hire, Phoenix traded away Barkley to the Houston Rockets for Sam Cassell, Chucky Brown, Mark Bryant, and Robert Horry. 2 years after that fateful
So Horry got to play
pass,
for
the
Ainge.
guy who Horry hated so much,
I bet you probably
was
not even
now
gonna play.
his coach. And as you might expect, this did not last very long. Despite their now professional relationship, Horry was not going to hide his feelings about Ainge. Practices were heated, games were even worse. And just 30 games into his time with the Suns, Horry's disdain for Ainge was put on full display for the world to see.
On Sunday night, he did this to his coach, Danny Ainge.
In a moment infamously known as the towel throw.
It's funny because this is somebody you played with. You played against, rather. You played against him. Like, y'all was on the floor against each other. Like, so it's like, in a way, it's like you can never really respect him as a coach because you know, like, you know what I'm saying? And plus, you was on the other side. Like, they played in the finals. Like, that's a different level of hate. You know what I'm saying? That's a different level. And plus, the shit he did was, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's deeper than that. But it's like, now it's like, I don't know. I don't think the respect really ever was there, bro, because he looked at him like he was a player. He looked at him like he just somebody else on the court.
A sweaty towel in Ainge, his coach's
But I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy, though. Sweaty
completely
towel is crazy,
dismissing
though.
him in the process. Look
That's
at the
crazy,
disgust on Horry's face.
Bitch ass
He
nigga.
really did hate that man. And in that
Oh,
moment,
me.
there was absolutely nothing Ainge could do about it. What punishment could possibly be enough for such an action?
After serving a 2-game suspension for the towel episode, Robert Horry was supposed to be back in the Phoenix uniform tonight. Instead, he's LA bound.
72 hours later, Robert Horry was no longer on the Suns. An unbelievable coincidence of a transaction, considering Ainge said the trade had nothing to do with the towel incident. The team Horry was traded to, a young, rising team in the Los Angeles Lakers.
With Kobe
who signed
and
Shaquille
Shaq.
O'Neal
And
drafted
that boy
Kobe
Robert
Bryant
Horry went on the
just 6 months prior.
3P
And it was in LA,
with
where
the
Horry
GOAT,
would grow his legend
with the
as
GOAT, with the greatest basketball player of all time, Kobe Bryant.
one of the biggest clutch shot makers in NBA history. Shots that were the deciding factor in championships and plays that solidified the legacies of both Shaq and Kobe during their three-peat. If Danny Ainge doesn't rifle a pass at Mario Elie, Robert Horry
never hates him.
never grows to hate the man. There's no tension between the two of them.
He
Horry
never throws the towel. He
and
never gets
never
traded.
shipped off to the Lakers.
You act a lot, Jimmy. You cooked up. You got a point, Jimmy. You got a point.
Completely altering
Got a
and
point.
very possibly preventing a three-peat championship.
Robert Horry don't hit them
half a
shots.
decade
Kobe
later.
and Shaq don't.
All of this because Mario Elie got a tough bucket and Ainge had to crash out in the final moments of a playoff game that was already decided. Years later, Robert was asked if he regretted throwing the towel or if he would change anything about that incident.
No.
A changed man, Robert said, yeah, of course. If he could do it all over again, he would have thrown a brick. And that is the butterfly effect. When one
I'm
person
about to say, hell nah, I'm standing on that. If I'm Robert Horry, fuck no, I'm standing on that shit. I wish the towel was even sweatier than I threw at his face. To be honest, I wish I would have spit in the towel too. You feel me? Like, I ain't gonna lie, Danny Ainge, that's weak, bro. I don't care. Nah, I don't like that, bro. Because you was getting pissed. I was getting shit on. So you want to throw the ball at his head, and then y'all got beat even worse. And then Robert Horry threw the towel at you, threw the towel at your head. Yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Now I don't. Nah, that's
series
crazy.
of events that leads to something much
But
bigger.
Butterfly effect, though. Shout out to Jimmy. This was a dope video, bro. This video turned out to be way longer than it was supposed to be, bro. I talk too fucking much. But hope y'all enjoyed this one. Make sure y'all leave a like if y'all did. Subscribe channel if you're new. And I'm gonna holler at y'all next one.